Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Glad you guys were able to make it back on this channel with me to go through another video and another trip through your mind, okay? So I want to go ahead and ask you guys, have you ever wondered why you tend to be a lot more introverted? Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to explain that in this video. You guys stay tuned. I want to discuss with you guys today about being introverted, about being an introvert, okay? And I can speak on this subject because I happen to be an introvert myself, okay? So I went through different phases in life, okay? So when I grew up as a very shy little child, okay? And I wasn't a mannish type of a boy or whatnot when I was growing up, and I didn't have the gift of gab. Okay, I was very quiet, I was very reserved and very much to myself. Okay, I remember times when I would be introduced to people and I would kind of just, kind of shy away from them. It wasn't something that I was doing on purpose to make somebody feel a certain way, but it was something that I did naturally, and it was just, who I happened to be. Now, later on in life, I got into a phase where I started to delve a little bit into the extrovert life. Okay, in the extrovert life, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying anything bad about extroverts or anything. Okay, so please, you guys, don't get mad at me. But anyway, I got to delve a little bit into the extrovert life, okay? And I got to see exactly how that could be. I've been the center of attention on a number of different multiple occasions. But this was really just in my teenage years, from my teenage years on to about my early 20s, probably even mid 20s. But basically, in between that time period, I delved into being an extrovert. I loved being in the crowds. Anything that was going on in the city, I had to be a part of that. Any house parties, if any of you, remember, we used to have house parties back in the 90s, what I'm saying? So, that was the thing, I had to be there, especially if it was where, I was around, other friends or whatnot, the same group of people, those are the people who I tend to go to parties with. But anyway, I'm digressing, okay? To make a long story short, I got to experience what it felt like to be an extrovert, okay? And really put myself out there with people, be very social, and just kind of be like the life of the party, okay? Now, somewhere in between I want to say maybe even my early 20s, into, all right, my 30s, okay? From that point on into my 30s, I tended to revert back to being an introvert, which was so funny because I thought for a while that I was an extrovert, but I didn't realize that I was just testing the waters, okay? And I think that that's something that all introverts, if you haven't done it already, I advise that you go ahead and you try it out. Go ahead and test out the waters, all right? Go ahead and see if that's possibly a life that you may want. Because a lot of times as introverts, if we stay introverts, when we get older, we tend to feel like we missed out on things, okay? And when I was young, I did a lot of different things. You guys. So I got the chance to experience things as they came when I was younger. I had already done a whole lot of different things when I was younger, in my younger years. And when I became an adult, man, it's like I had done so much. And so I got into my older years and I realized that I hadn't missed out on much of anything, especially that type of stuff. And when I say that type of stuff, I mean like hanging out and, doing things that young people do, wanting to kick it and, do a lot of these clubbing and a lot of other things, I got a chance to experience that in my younger years. So when I got older, I realized it was something that I wasn't missing. I wasn't missing any of it because I already experienced that. I already know what that's like. So then I was on a level to whereas I could maneuver to the next level, you know what I mean? But for people who have not experienced that, and I'm mainly talking to the introverts because we can be the worst when it comes to this. We tend to get so introverted and so to ourselves that when we grow and we hit a certain age, we realize that we really haven't lived. And that is not one thing that you want to have as a regret, because you can learn to hold that regret for a while. So what I suggest you do is not go out and ask people, do they want to be your friend? I'm not saying that, but go out and go to social events. Go to social events. Okay, you don't even have to talk to anybody, but just go to social events. Go to events where you might have to talk to somebody. Go to do things where you might have to be able to ask and answer certain questions. Okay, go to events. Different things that help you grow and be able to experience other things than being into yourself. Now, that in my opinion is the downside of being an introvert. Now I'm going to talk about the good thing about being an introvert, okay? Because me, myself, I'm an introvert. I was so introverted that I had a YouTube channel. This was some years ago. I had a YouTube channel. It was about snakes. I had this channel and I never showed my face. I never showed my face. That's how introverted I was. I really didn't want to be out there like that. I didn't want to put myself out there like that. I just wanted to kind of be behind the scenes. That helped me out in ways though, because when you're introverted, you can care less about what people think of you. That's one beautiful thing about being an introvert. You don't give a crap about what other people think about you, okay? You don't need social media to validate you, okay? You don't need someone else to validate you because you're into yourself and you know who you are. And so with knowing who you are is a beautiful thing. Now, think about the blessings that you can get if you show the world who you are. We tend to hold a lot of things in. And so while that could be good on one side because everybody's not in your business, that could be bad on another side because you may be able to get help, okay? And you may need the help. But a lot of times we deal with pride and we hold things in within us, so we don't have to come to anybody. We don't want to have to come and ask you for help. If we feel like we can do it on our own, even if we didn't think we could do it on our own, we're still going to try to do it on our own before we ask anybody to help us. And that's all right. But in times of need, that can hurt us. Okay? So I want to talk about that as well. All right? Don't be afraid to ask for help. All right? You're not asking for help because you're weak, but you're asking for help because you want to stay strong. Okay? And I didn't get that quote. That quote wasn't from me. That quote is from Les Brown. Okay? So you guys check Les Brown out too. So, but anyway, like I said, we can be our worst enemies at times, and we can be our biggest saviors at times. I want you guys to really think about, if you're an introvert and you haven't gotten the chance to get out there and really get to experience life, I advise that you do. And I'm not saying or suggesting for you to do something that could possibly get you hurt or put you in a dangerous situation, because that's another thing that we deal with. As introverts, we tend to be so on guard that we don't want to get hurt at all. But I tell you, as being a human being on planet Earth and living life, you're gonna deal with hurt. So that's gonna come regardless. Okay? Just know that it will come, but it will also pass. Okay? But there's other things that you can get into that is good and is safe and can help you out in the long run in your life. All right? And if you are somebody who has already given that a chance, have you already gone ahead and gone out there and experienced life, and you understand what it's about, and you've already done these things that a lot of people have not done already, well then, hey, it's time for you to get to the next level. Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about next. All right, so getting to the next level, what is that all about when it comes to an introvert? All right, now I'm a Scorpio, so us Scorpios, we tend to be very bottled up. We don't tend to express our feelings a lot, or really just put ourselves out there like that. You know, we more so kind of the background kind of people. You know, we can be some beasts in the background, okay? But on the forefront, we can be beasts as well, but we tend to more so play the background. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to ask you a question. And this goes with getting to the next level, okay? Because in life, you always want to evolve. You don't want to devolve, and you don't want to stay the same, all right? And to be honest with you, I don't believe that you stay the same or that you can stay the same, okay? You're either devolving or you're evolving. And so if you want to evolve, I got a suggestion. Go ahead and do something that is out of your box. Do something that's out of your box, okay? So that basically means that for me, and I'm going to give you the same example as I did earlier, for me, getting out of my box was having that YouTube channel, what, about almost 11 years ago now, where I didn't show my face, to now having this YouTube channel to where I show my face, I'm talking to the camera, I'm talking to you guys, I got these lights right here shining down on me, and at first it's gonna be a little nerve-wracking to you because it's gonna be something that you're not used to. You don't like being put out on the spotlight. But I'm going to tell you something. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your life for the better. I don't mean necessarily going out and creating a YouTube channel. You don't have to do that. You can do something else. You know, you can be the face of charity, okay? You can start a charity event. You know, you can go ahead and volunteer. Okay, I did volunteer work also with the Salvation Army. You know, Coats for Kids, Toys for Tots. Okay, we did the Christmas feast. Okay, downtown. I've done that a number of times. All right, and so there's different things that you can do. Okay, to put yourself out there. Okay, and it's only gonna help elevate you. Okay, it's only gonna help elevate you to whereas you'll be able to grow and develop. Okay, so if we look at this figure behind me, okay, we look at this figure behind me. All right, the chakra down here, which you guys can't see, but this is the root chakra down here. And then you work your way up to the sacral chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra. Okay, the crown chakra is the highest that you can go. All right, and it's the third eye chakra right here. This the throat chakra, so on and so forth. But basically, the way we read it is going up because we're elevating. Okay, and man's mind, all right, is the ultimate elevation tool. All right, and what I mean by that is that your mind has to elevate in order for everything else in your life to change. Okay, your mind is the most powerful tool that you have in you. All right, so going ahead, if you love the content, like the content that I'm putting out, please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Okay, hit that like button. It helps the channel. We're growing. All right, hit the like button. All right, and go ahead and subscribe. Okay, we need more subscribers, y'all. All right, and I will get deeper into these videos and deeper into real meanings of a lot of different things that maybe you may not have heard before. Okay, and a lot more about myself, a lot more about my story. Okay, I'm gonna share that with you guys. All right, but I want to feel like I have a good enough audience, a big enough audience to talk to. So please hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I come out with new videos. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. All of this content is from the heart. It's me. It's who I am. Okay? I'm not being somebody who I'm not. I am who I am. What you see is what you get. Okay? So you guys go on ahead, enjoy your day, your night, your evening, your night, afternoon, whatever it is when you're watching this video. Okay? And hey, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.